In Detention, a killer named Cinderella stalks the student body at the high school in Grizzly Lake, and a group of co-eds band together to survive while they're all serving detention.
Give me your iPod, salad eater.
Life sucks. Forget about genocide, poverty, and political corruption. What could possibly be on my girl mind other than prom?
Your classmate, Taylor Fisher, was murdered in her bedroom this morning.
Are you guys accusing me of something?
There's a killer in Grizzly Lake who is affiliated with people at my school. Detention is in the library. It goes from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's right through prom.
I saw Detention at the 2011 South by Southwest Film Festival, and since it was a while ago, I don't remember details, but I do remember how I felt about it overall. So, you know, this is going to be kind of an overall review as opposed to getting in depth with the plot, directing, characters, actors, etc. First things first, I have to say I waited in line for this thing for a few hours because I had nothing else to do, so I just got in line and waited for it at South by Southwest. But I waited behind someone in line. I was second in line, they were first, who was an avid fan of the director and could not be more excited for this movie. So, that will come up later in the review, so remember that. This is going to be interesting to see how people react to it, because I don't think many people will like it, but some people will love it. This is going to be a cult classic for sure, but it's a weird one. It's a self-aware, glossy, ridiculous movie, and for that reason, honestly, I didn't really like it too much because it really just felt like there was nothing to grab onto. Nothing really mattered because it was all so crazy and ridiculous that I didn't care what happened to anybody. So it's not really that type of movie that you would actually get into and care about what's going on. It's really more of a just, this is a crazy movie, just sit back and it'll just blow your mind, pretty much. That's what it is. And you can kind of see that by the trailer, so it's not that big of a surprise. But I do like to be able to have something in a movie that I can actually care about, I guess. Plot-wise, as far as I remember, like I said, it was all just ridiculous. There's a crazy plot, but it's just kind of all over the place, and it felt like just a lot of crazy events strung together vaguely by a loose plot. So, once again, you can kind of see that in the trailer. So, is that surprising? Not really. Directing-wise, this is where the movie, like I said, is going to be a cult classic. It is crazy. It's directed by the guy that did Torque, as far as I believe, and he makes fun of himself in the movie, which is kind of cool. It's like a self-aware movie in that sense, but also kind of just like, okay, you know, does he not take himself seriously? I don't know. Visually, it's got a very glossy look to it, like I said. It's just really, it just pops out at you. And I have to say, I did like that. It was definitely visually stimulating, so it was interesting in that sense. But once again, just kind of a bunch of crazy stuff going on and very vaguely strung together, in my opinion. Acting-wise, honestly, it's hard to grade the acting because it goes along with the movie, and the movie's crazy and ridiculous, and so is the acting. It's kind of just, I don't really know how to take it seriously because it fits well with the movie. So you know what? I can say that the acting fits well with the movie, and I guess that's a good thing. So there you go. Now, the most important thing that I took away from this movie is the girl that I stood behind in line. She, like I said, was an avid fan of the director. I think he's done music videos and stuff like that as well. She was extremely excited for the movie, and when the movie was over, I saw her walking out of the theater, and I asked her what she thought, and she said she loved it. And to me, that's all that mattered. She was excited for it. She was a fan. She loved it. And that made me happy. Honestly, I was like, okay, you know what? You got what you wanted, and that's fine. So looking at it that way, once again, I think it's going to be a big hit with a small amount of people, but overall, I think people are not really going to get this movie. Maybe I'll be surprised, but I think it's going to be a very tiny niche thing. However, the people that like it are going to go crazy for it. So that's good, I guess. That's kind of cool. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Detention. What did you expect going in? Did you know the director or anything? Like, were you aware of his work? Or did you not know anything and were you just like, what am I watching? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know anything you want about Detention, and that's pretty much it.